Bam! Captain Deadpool. Wait, sorry, just Deadpool. Released in 2016 and is directed by Tim Miller, who's also behind the film Terminator Dark Fate. And this film is starring, of course, Ryan Reynolds, Morena Baccarin, Ed Skrein, TJ Miller, Gina Carano, and Brianna Hildebrand. Wade Wilson is a gun for hire who has just recently met the love of his life, who they both get each other's weirdness. But soon Wade is diagnosed with terminal cancer and is obsessed with finding a way to cure it so that he can be with her. However, the organization that offers the cure to Wade is actually a company who harvests mutants and sells them on the black market. So once Wade develops his powers and becomes extremely ugly, he sets out on a one-man revenge tour to try to find the man who did this to him so that he can stop looking like a topical graph of Utah. And it's shocking how difficult and how painful it was to get this movie made. Ryan Reynolds first was this character in the 2009 film X-Men Origins Wolverine. He was in the movie for 5 minutes, and it's the best 5 minutes of that entire movie. All everyone was saying after X-Men Origins was that the movie sucked, but god damn it, I want Ryan Reynolds as a Deadpool. But the studio never greenlit it, and they never went forward with it. It's like, why? Why aren't we doing the whole Deadpool thing? And then several years later, someone put together a little teaser footage that magically found its way online after it was briefly shown at a Comic-Con, and the internet blew up. They loved the footage, and they say, hey, this is wonderful. Why aren't we getting this movie? And Fox realized finally all of the popularity and the fandom that this character had, and greenlit the movie, greenlit the script, and we get this film, which is absolutely magnificent. I love movies. I love all movies. And I love that movies are being produced, but when you look at the film industry, it's a business, and it's a gross business. It's a disgusting business. It's a bunch of people who probably don't give a shit about the characters and the story. They just want to put something out there so that these people in these high positions of these movie studios can make a whole lot of money. So it's nice to see that a film be produced with so much love and care and desire and passion behind it, because that is all this movie is. And yes, it did put a nice little profit into the executives of this studio for the time, but this movie is all about the love that Ryan Reynolds and his team had for this character and the story that they wanted to tell. If anything, if you're a movie lover, this should make you happy. This film should make you happy, just knowing the story behind how this film got made. And then to have this film come out with an amazing story in it is just wonderful. This movie is so great. And yes, it is a superhero film. It has superheroes, it has superpowers, it has explosion, it has action scenes in here. But this is not really a superhero film. As Deadpool says right off the bat, this is a love story. And it's a love story between two people who are just so freaking weird. But because they're both weird, they get each other's weirdness, and they work, and they're perfect with each other, and you just want to see them end up together. But then Deadpool becomes just all ugly and looks like a badly burnt pizza, so he's ashamed of his looks, he's embarrassed, and just doesn't feel like she will love him for who he is and how he looks. It's a heartbreaking story, and on top of all of the action and all of the wonderful comedy and the meta-ness that Deadpool is known for, Deadpool in the comics is known for breaking the fourth wall, looking at the audience and commenting about what's happening in the panels of the comic to the audience who's reading it. But with all that on top, if you look at the heart of this film, which is that love story, it just elevates this for the whole superhero genre. It's amazing. Not to mention that the marketing department behind marketing this film to the vast audience out there, back at this time, a superhero film that was rated R, oh my god, no, you don't do that. We need to get all the teenagers and all the young kids into the theater so that we can pack it up and make a lot of money. If we do rated R, that's going to limit the audience and we're not going to make our money back. But this movie was made so cheaply when it comes to the whole superhero world, and how they marketed this film as not just a superhero film, but it came out around Valentine's Day, and there are posters out there that make this look like it's Love Actually, or The Holiday, or 10 Things I Hate About You, or some BS rom-com shit like that. The marketing behind this film is great, and of course Ryan Reynolds was born to be this character. I know when he was on the set of Blade Trinity, someone gave him a couple of Deadpool comics and said, hey, your character in this film is kind of reading like this character in the comics, and this character is actually pretty cool. maybe you'll get around to making it one day. He's hilarious, and the way he's able to riff and improvise, and the way he is able to use his body, like you could tell he's done a lot of clown workshops where just a slight little tilt of the head or a movement of the hand or the arm when he's in the whole Deadpool getup and the whole Deadpool suit, it's brilliant. He is a brilliant comedic actor, and kudos on him for allowing himself to be completely covered up. This was the time in superhero films when you have a big name actor like a Ryan Reynolds or someone else who's like, no, we're not covering up my face with a mask. You take that mask off. Not in these action sequences. No, Deadpool keeps the mask on almost the entire time when he is Deadpool. I love that this movie is made on a shoestring budget when it comes to a superhero film. I believe it's only $50 million, which, you know, just saying that out loud, like $50 million is a lot of money to the layperson just to, you know, go on living. But in terms of making a movie, 50 million, especially an action blockbuster like this and superhero IPs and everything, that is not a lot. The Gambit movie that we eventually were once getting, the budget for that at one point I believe was getting up to like $250 million for a Gambit movie. That's why they never made it. Because that's just stupid. You keep the budget low for a popular film like this, and if the film is great, it's going to make its money back much easier. Then for the sequel, you can raise the budget and you can do more spectacular things. Deadpool from 2016. It's one of the best superhero films of all time. It was one of the best films of 2016, and it's a wonderful and great passion project for any filmmaker out there just to know the story behind this. It's inspiring and it's uplifting, not to mention that the story that we actually get in this film is great too. I'm going to give Deadpool 4.5 out of 5 Blu-rays.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
So guys, if you've seen Deadpool, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across because of this video, then comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell. See you the next time I release next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.